Hello, everybody. I just want to have a nice, simple thing today. I will just play something in the background while I talk over some stuff because I feel like just talking over some stuff right now. The reason why I'm doing this is because, well, quite simply put, I want to go through every suggestion that has been asked of me so far. And I want to mention also what I want to cover personally on the channel. So first things first, I've been asked to cover YGZ Taiwan, which is a apologist, a video on China Uncensored about Biden, which pushed a conspiracy about Beijing Biden, a tweet which someone wants me to look at, and someone on Facebook wants me to look at anti-Chinese propaganda overall. That could be an ongoing one. Also, over there, some want me there to look at military pact between US, UK, Australia. One want me to look at Canada and Meng's detainment, which is now resolved, and I honestly don't know enough about that. So the likelihood of that one is a lot lower than all of them so far. Over those, YGZ Taiwan. The chance of that is high, as I'll need to talk about eventually. The China Uncensored video in question, which someone wants me to look at, that's fine as well, as I do find it a ridiculous video, so that is acceptable. The tweet, yes, that's fine as well. There's enough context to it to work with. Anti-China propaganda, yes, I can do as well. There's more than enough of that locally here. Military pact between UK, US, and Australia. Yes, that is one I do intend to do eventually anyway in a more serious manner. Canada entertainment, unlikely unless there's a special circumstance or reference needed for it. But don't cross it off yet. I'll just quickly sort this out. Good. Sorted. Now, there is ones I do want to cover there. Everything mentioned so far is requested things. The ones I do want to cover is something relating to the 3 principles of the people. To have the PDF downloaded. Something related to the Hong Kong national security law, me going over it more properly again as a document itself. I want to talk about the whole ideology of liberalization. I want to also look at the Green Book of Gaddafi, as there's some interesting stuff is there said about modern democracy today. And also, as to start off with something, I want to talk about how humans hide behind beliefs or religions or spirituality. Doesn't matter which one in that context, as they can hide behind each with equal measure. That order will probably be after national security law one. I will probably take the longest at that, as I'm looking at the Macau SAR national security law. as well as the basic law of Hong Kong, as well as the People's Constitution of the People's Republic of China, and so on. The Green Book, I will make into I'll go through, mark down what I want from it, and then go through it properly. That will I'll probably make it into 2 or 3 parts, given the nature of the Green Book. Humans hiding behind beliefs and religions and spirituality in extension. That is why I'm going to be just a single video. The 3 principles of people video. That will probably be in 2 parts, as I have a little bit to say. Liberalization, that'd be maybe 1 or 2 core videos, and the rest be segmented into everything else. That's my initial plans right now for what I want to do. Anyway, rant over. Those listening, I want you in the comment sections to say what you feel about those suggestions. If you approve or agree with what I said, please say so. If you don't, please say otherwise, as that'd be wonderful. Anyway, also, one thing I didn't mention before is this is my first time doing YouTube or videos really ever. And that means in turn that I don't know exactly what the trends or best things to do is right now. That means in turn that while I may know some things, just how to present it in a good manner is a new game for me. I can write it down in words. I can put it down in a proxy somewhere. But doing any of those things does not necessarily mean that it'll be the most effective, which is why I'm trying this. Agree or disagree with me, I'd also like you to be perfectly honest. Discussion and openness would be very helpful, especially given my inexperience regarding such. And in so, I want honesty in this video in the comment section. If you disliked the previous video or so on, please explain why you did. For I'd like to know what caused that and how I can fix or amend. Anyway, overall, life is good. Anyway, life for me is fine right now. I am outside this in a political party, so I have to do stuff for them as well as some other random stuff. So ultimately, every video before this has been tests to the most part to see what works, what doesn't work, what I should say, what I shouldn't say, and so on. Because as I said before, I don't know the rules about this. I know that you can get copyright-free stuff, for example, but I'm still not exactly perfect of how to get the practice of that perfected yet. And your input here will be will be of great help, because it will help in defining and enhancing everything. Of course, what you say I will work with to what degree of technology I can actually work with. So, for example, if you want me to increase video quality openly, that I can't do because I'm very limited in terms of finances and material. But for example, if you're asking me to increase charisma, be more nuanced, or cover different topics. That is something I can do, because I can still access resources and access everything else in between. And that is where your honesty would be quite helpful here. As I don't want this to be an echo chamber, I want there to be a good two-way communication between us, between me and you. And that is something in which we all should desire. That's something we should all want. That is something in turn that we can all actually get. And at the end of the day, we are here for each other. We are here to help each other as humans. We are here to be in a good spirit of each other, to each other, in service of each other in society. And that is where let me clarify, rephrase that. That is what we should be promoting instead of extremely selfish individualism within society. We should be trying to be something better than we are. We should be trying to be a good, moral, upright person in society. And to that end, I want to be as responsive as possible to things. So if you have anything you think I need to improve, anything I can talk about that'd be interesting, that you think would suit, please tell me. If you tell me, I can actually work on it. I can actually be there. I can actually do something regarding it. And then we can have a good two-way communication flow. So I am going to be, so as for my motivations of doing all of this, well, my motivations is still very much about service to others. As I found, trying to bring people together really helps and helped a lot in the past regarding some previous stuff I'd done and saw, where the overseas communities of places affected by imperialism rallying together and actually making good communities really was a good help. And that is that's something I want to foster, that spirit. Something where we can call each other friends, something where we can call each other allies, something where we can be there for each other. And that is something in which we should ultimately be fostering much more than anything else in turn. Oh, did I do that? Oh, do that. What's that? And that is where both you and I can help quite a lot in this regard. And that's why I still do intend to make videos, and that's why my motivation is for those who want to help, those who are here for the good will and best intent of things. For then you have a good mindset about things, a good reasoning for standing with or against something. And that's something which we should, more than anything, be trying to build between ourselves anyway. Me as an Australian, me as a white person, I'm someone who I suppose you, I suppose some wouldn't want to hear this from exactly. But at the same time, people need to speak up. You can't just be passive in the face of tragedy. You can't be passive in the face of such a outcome that's facing the world. That is what's happening. And the fact remains that at the end of the day, we all humans, we live and die by the same sword and by the same nature of our same virtue. So if you all turn on each other and just don't do anything, what good are we as humans? What good are we to then say anything to others? What good then is our moral and virtues when it comes down to our own inaction in the face of things? What then can we stand on? What then can we say we achieved? What then can we say we supported or helped in? Because a cause, whether it succeeds or fails, is by those hands of those within it, those hands of those watching and the bystanders of it. If most are bystanders and most don't give a crap about peace or opposing a Cold War, what then are we? What then do we stand for? Because then, yes, you will be safe, but then at the same time, you would then be committing the cardinal sin of just sitting back while others are unfairly treated or discriminated against, which is not a good thing to do. Because if your wealth and security comes from the fact that you're so secure in your own position, that is a sign that you have privilege. That is a sign that you need a wake-up call in life. The whole issue we have, for example, within the whole life of shit. How am I going for tier 4? Yes, tier 4, tier 3. Fine. Yes, but now so I was checking what I need to go to. Yes, as I was saying before, we should be here for each other at the end of the day. If we aren't here for each other, we will be in a worse position overall. A lot of stuff around us wants to divide communities up, wants to divide us up as people. When you face those that want to divide and have anarchy in life, then you can get a unique issue in which then where can you stand? How can you say you're doing the right thing?